Yo! Welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I am your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Sunday. It is Mother's Day. Hopefully, all of you have said, Happy Mother's Day to your mom. Also, maybe FaceTimed her or something like that. Yeah, all that cool stuff that should be doing as children. But yeah, man, today's Mother's Day. But today, this podcast will be dedicated to my mother, Kim. I'm not going to say her whole name because I don't know if you or we can be a little bit widows. I don't want to take any chances. But but first, what we can do is where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcast, also on YouTube, and now yeah, and Spotify, and now on Twitch for a little bit. Want to see how it works on Twitch, man. I've got a little bit of a following. Hopefully they show up, but if they go, hey, but where you can find it is also on anywhere you can find your podcast needs. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruising Podcast is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Night Sound Finest. All right, yo, what's good? What's good? Let me tell y'all something, man. Today is a very important day. Today is Mother's Day. As a child of a single mother, this is what this is the day that we can pay her back. This and her birthday and Christmas. It's days that we can pay her back. For her birthday, we all went to Disney World and hung out as a family at Disney World, and it was amazing. Great time. I haven't been to Disney World in over 10 years, over a decade. I'm doing things I haven't done in over a decade. Quite a bit now. It's getting a little weird. I don't know if I need to change. It's starting to make me think like I need to get out more. I need to get out of the house a little bit, maybe chill. I don't know, but today my mom, man, she raised four of us practically by herself, you know, and especially in the middle of North Philly, which is a very yo, what's good, Rails? Where we're from North Philadelphia, and then we also moved to Camden, and we went through a lot as kids, and she didn't let us see it though. And I know like she's seen a lot of stuff in her life, especially living where she lived. She got us through a lot, man. And we still trying to figure out how she got we were literally just figuring out how she got us to Disney World the first time. She worked like so many jobs, was always home. And it was amazing, man. My mom was literally Superwoman. And also, she was a huge nerd, which I'm probably the biggest nerd out of the whole family. But, my mom is what you call a Trekkie, a huge, huge Star Trek fan. And I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I grew up watching Star Trek, and I kind of branched out into the whole anime realm, but she was the original nerd. And, back when, being black wasn't a cool thing for black people, was to be nerds. Sorry to tell you, but that wasn't a cool thing. But she loved Star Trek. We got her one year a plaque with the whole what the fuck? Well, it just stopped on on Twitch for some reason. I'm trying to figure that out. Don't know why I just did that. Um that's weird. Why did it do that? But whatever. You know what? Whatever, Twitch. You want some other dumb shit today. Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay. We're just gonna do this. So yeah, man, she got us through a lot, especially in our younger years, also our older years, yeah, pretty much our therapist, our lawyer, and our disciplinarian, everything, man. She was everything in a box, and not in a box, but she had to play so many different roles, and we as a family appreciate it. I know it was hard. She was the eldest sister, also. She took care of her grandmother who was blind, like a lot. She was the one that was there all the time. Well, most whatever. She got two other sisters, but it growing up where we grew up, like I said, man, it had to be difficult raising all of us and getting us out of Philadelphia, getting us out of South Jersey, um, was a huge step in our lives. Nobody in our family lived further south. Nobody in our like close immediate family really lived lower than Philadelphia. And we were the ones to branch out to go to Virginia, which was a culture shock. And she was like, screw that, man. My kids are gonna have the best education, have the best chance to win. She gave us the best chance to win, you know. And that's amazing. It's, you know, you can't there's no way to repay that, you know, except for trying to be successful in everything that we do. My two brothers are fantastic fathers, fantastic in the fields of where they're at. My sister is killing it as an influencer. I'm not going to say, I don't think she would say her name, so I won't. But she's killing it as an influencer. Then you got me, who's just fucking great. You know, I'm just great. You know, I got it's just who I am. You know, I just you know, I wake up, piss out greatness. You know, this is just what I do. Sorry, I know I'm cursing during my mom's episode, but you know, sorry. But my mom, man, like I said, like there ain't no way we can repay her. You know, we can just do what we can do to make life a lot easier. Um, you know, she's just done so much for us, even still to this day. You know, we can call on her when we're feeling like ass and be like, hey, you know, I don't know what's going on. Hey, you need to drink some water, get some sleep, man. You know, stuff like that. You know, and we are appreciative of everything you do, mom. And this podcast is dedicated for you. Even when like I sprained both my ankles at the same time, like she was cussing out doctors to get me to, and I, like I said, I never heard really my mom curse, but she was not happy that I was not getting the full attention that I needed. I felt like my ankles fell off. I was crying in the emergency room, and she was yelling at people. And somehow, some way, I got an X-ray literally in the next 5 minutes. Don't know, but we there's so many different situations where you know where we do. I just remember one time we all went to North Carolina, and she didn't let us see it, but we knew what happened. But we kind of had an idea after a while what happened. We went to a place in North Carolina, that was Pizza Hut. They had us wait in the waiting room for like at least like she stood there for like 10 minutes just to see what happens. And there was a, you know, white couple, there was a white family that came in literally way after us, and they got seated before we did. We didn't even get talked to. And so we walked out of there and left. She didn't let us know, you know, oh man, she didn't, you know, go out and say, man, fucking racist piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. She was just like, all right, cool. I guess you don't want my money. You know, that's on you. That's which is, you know, that's your right. But you know, you don't want I guess you don't want us to buy any pizza today. That's your fault. And she's ready to spend some money. That's on you. And for her to be a black woman in the field that she's in, and I know that has to be the most difficult thing to be a part of, man. Like, I'm not gonna say what her job is, but her job is, let's be real, her being a black woman in it is definitely one of the toughest to break through and be one of the best at it. You know, so we we understand the pain and the sacrifices she had to make for us to have a better life, and we are killing, you know, we're doing big things. I mean, you know, like I said, my brothers are fantastic fathers, and you know, we definitely do appreciate everything she has done, you know. And and to kind of connect with the show and everything, my mom likes to binge watch TV shows and movies, which is something I have definitely connected to. I've been binge watching a TV show. And Netflix is the greatest invention to ever happen because that's our paradise. You know, we sit there, we all watch practically the same stuff. You know, especially she is a weeb. She watches some animes. You know, she watched the Goat anime, the Death Note. She was like, "What? I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going to happen next." I was like, "Yeah, it's a cat and mouse." And she watched all the superhero movies and stuff. Like, it stays connected, you know, and it's awesome. Now, now we're not the types that be like, all right, well, since we're Trekkies, we're not going to watch Star Wars stuff. We watch Star Wars things too. You know, it don't matter. Nerds, man. That's just what we do. You know, so definitely, man. It's just I'm glad that we got out of the situation that we were in because you never know where we would go in North Philly, especially where we were living, where people were literally busting glass bottles on playgrounds so they can do their dirt, and even right after Bill Clinton cleaned up the parks and stuff, they still went back, broke some glass, so the kids can't play on the playground, keep it moving. You know, we got a chance, man. That's all. That's all. That's all you can ask for in this life is a chance, and she provided it for us, and she sacrificed a lot to get there. We lived in the fucking country. All right. We're city slickers. And we moved to the country and adapted. We had to adapt. See, to adapt to die. And then we adapted. It was weird seeing people drive around with the Confederate flag inside their cars. It was weird. You didn't know what it meant until you went into class. But she took everything in stride and kept it moving, man. When she had to, right hand of the law, sometimes you gotta lay the right hand of the law. It's just life. That's just the way things happen. Yeah, hey, you gotta learn that is sometimes you gotta learn through pain. So, but but before I, continue on, I would just want to say thank you, Mom, for everything you've done for us. Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for allowing us to have a chance to really achieve everything that we want in this life. I want to thank you for that. Um, Thank you for raising us to be free thinkers. Me, especially being like a nerd, big ass nerd. Thank you so much for all of that, and it's appreciated for real. So yeah, that's and but, yo, make sure y'all tell your moms how much y'all appreciate her, man. And whatever platform you have, even if it's in private, make sure it's being told. And yeah. All right. So with that, that's not the end of the show. Y'all thought it was the end of the show? Get out of here, bro. What? All right, let's talk about it, man. What's the greatest to me? The greatest song for mothers will always be a song from Mama by Boys the Men. But there's been some great ones. Some great ones. Dear Mama from Tupac, Mama from Algus Alcina. Um, I saw another one. What was it? Um, Hey Mama from Kanye. There's been some great songs about mothers. Was it Aloe Black, Mama Hold My Hand? My brother told me about this song. Man, that song just it brings you to your knees when you hear it. And there's been some great music about it, man. That's just a few that I can give y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go out and tell me which ones you think are best, but it's some of them can okay. Some of them can like I said, man, it can bring you to your knees, man. Make you think a little bit about some of the things. I listened to a Dax song actually today. The first time I ever heard like Dax's actual song. This is the first song I heard. I think that one's called Dare Mama 2. If you guys get a chance, definitely listen to that. That shit hits hard. Like in the fields, bro. I was sitting there in the work. I was working out today. I was trying to look for new music. Sometimes I listen to the same stuff. I want to like change it up. And that song came up after Tupac's Dear Mama. And so I started listening to it. I'm just like, okay, Dax. Dax got somewhere. Wait, hold on. Why is my heart beating so fast? Why are tears coming down my eyes when I'm working out? It's not the workout that's making me cry. It's the song. But it makes you think, about some of the sacrifices your own mom had to make, to make sure that you live the life that you're supposed to live the life as good as you're supposed to live it, and that's where we're at with this, with today and every day, for real. It should be every day, it's appreciated. Um, yeah, man, I was listening to that song. I was like, dang, going, whew. I didn't know Dax was from Canada either, man. That's weird. I didn't know that. He doesn't sound like a Canadian rapper, soft. But that song was a little soft, but it was good. But what hit hard? I just didn't understand it. It was a good all around song. Um, but I'm really appreciative of all mothers, all grandmothers, all mothers of children, even the crappy ones. The crappy ones birth beautiful children, or probably hopefully smart and successful children. We got a few of those. We got to have a few apples, sour apples. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way life goes. For some, and it's just it was it's amazing. There's a lot of think about it, like LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and he was raised by a single mother. That's got to be tough. Raising a giant super athlete that buys you a Hummer at 16 years old, which I wish I could do. I wasn't a giant super athlete. I was only 6 feet tall. It's just the way shit. Fuck, man. I just needed to be a little bit taller, man. Just stop dunking on people. No, but seriously though, yeah, there's a lot of songs. There's some really good songs out there. I just saw one about Clips. Mama, I'm so sorry. I'm wanting to check that one out. My friend Bill told me about it. Yeah, his name's Bill. It's a great name. I feel like it's a great name. Bill's a sweet ass name, especially this day and age. People don't. It's a simple name where you won't forget the person. But he told me something from the Clips, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to listen to that. And then the Intruders, I never heard of them before. Want to check their song out too. But let me just tell y'all, man. Like my mom's been my biggest supporter. Like she wore one of my podcast shirts the other day. I was like, oh snap, that shirt looks sweet. Once again, podcast shirts on sale, $15 per shirt. Just hit me up DM on Instagram at Cruise Podcast. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with the music side of things. Yeah. What did I want to talk about today? Probably not too much. I started watching Jupiter's Legacy. Listen, listen. With these flashback type shows, we gotta do better. We gotta fucking do better. I'm sorry. Can we do better? This is the only thing I want to talk about, other than because it's burning me. You could have took a whole, maybe 2 episodes, maybe an episode or two, to get that storyline out, instead of fucking jumping back and forth between the future and the past, the future past, future past. Like, oh, all right, well, we're going back to 19. What the fuck, yo? You're trying to do it seamlessly, but it's like it's really interrupting both stories. Both stories are being interrupted by the other story. Can we fucking get this shit together? You could have took 2 episodes, maybe 2.5, maybe I don't know, maybe 2 episodes. You could have took those two, went through the whole way they got their powers, and then boom, let's go to the future. You could have did that shit to where we're at right now. Like, what the fuck, yo? Why make this shit harder than what the fuck it needs to be? It's like, it would be a great show if it didn't do that. Like, it just stops the story. All right, let's stop the story right here. Okay, we're gonna go to. No, you fucked up. You fucked up already. This is a fuck up. I really hope next season we don't have to go. Well, probably next season we're gonna have to go through this. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are we going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? You're cutting off the story, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like that type of stuff. I liked it with Arrow because it did kind of set up certain storylines. Still you could have probably took, maybe not a season, but the amount of flashbacks that they did was like a season's worth of shit. Probably half a season. We could have got to that point, but it feels like it's lazy to me. Like, you're just going back. All right, so we're going to do the flashback here, and then we're going to go back, then flashback there, and we'll go back, flash forward, flashback, flash forward, flashback, flash forward. I'm like, yo, you could have just fucking did this in 2 episodes and we could have been done. We could have kept it moving with the story. Because, like I said, man, I just want the story to be continual. That's all I want. That's all I am asking for. So I don't know. I don't like the way I like the storyline. I just wish that I can continue the fucking storyline instead of having to pause the storyline and then go back to the storyline. I just I don't know. I don't know. It's not a continual storyline. It just doesn't make sense to me. We just need to give me one. Just give me one at a time. I can't. That's too much thinking. I don't want to think that much while watching TV. I don't. I can't. I won't. I won't do it. I won't do it. All right. That's the only thing I got with Jupiter Legacy. I'm almost done with it, but it's an interesting superhero show. It's on Netflix, by the way. If guys want to go check it out. I feel like they fucked it up though. I feel like they really dropped the ball on this show. This could have been really good. And I'm going to finish it because as a journalist, that's what I'm going to do. That as my journalistic duty, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm calling myself a journalist. I don't give a fuck. That's what I do. I think it's weird that me and my nephews were talking about Skinwalker Ranch on Monday, and my favorite conspiracy theory podcast decides to release a episode on Skinwalker Ranch literally hours after we had this conversation. I find it weird. We're talking about Skinwalker, like literally we had a full-on 15-minute conversation about Skinwalker Ranch, and then Theories of the Third Kind decided, oh, so we're going to release an episode about Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know what they're trying to do right now, but I'm not a fan of that. I don't like it. If you're going to read my mind, or read my conversations, don't do that. I don't want that's just between me and other people, and you decided to do that. I feel like it's a little weird for me. I listened to it. Let's be real. Listen to it. I want to go watch the History Channel presentation of it, but let's keep that. You know what I mean? Like why? Like why? That's one thing my mom does. Like she likes a little bit scary movies and like scary stuff like that. I don't play that. I don't play that. I need the lights on. If we're gonna watch some scary stuff, gotta put the lights on. You know, put on some other background. I've got to turn down the volume because apparently when scary stuff is coming, when the music starts getting a little hype, you know, stuff like that. Except for with the Haunting of Blair of something Manor. Fuck, I'm gonna remember later. But the Haunting of that show right there, I'm never watching in the dark again. That I had nightmares. I don't know I don't understand it. My mom watches this type of stuff and keeps it moving. I didn't understand it. It's pretty cool that she can deal with that. I can't do it. I won't do it. I used to watch Supernatural with the lights on. I had to because I didn't want to be scared. Why be scared of a regular TV show? I didn't watch The Ring. They watched The Ring. Guess what happened after they watched The Ring? The phone rang. Sounds good to you? I don't want that. Why would I want the phone to ring when I'm watching the show where if the phone rings, you should not answer it? You know, that's back when we had this thing called house phones. You know, that when the house phone actually worked as a functioning phone, that happened. You know, we also had VHS tapes at this time too. So, it's just what the fuck? You know, I don't understand how y'all can watch scary movies without the lights on. You're weird. You're crazy. Psychopaths. That's how I feel about it. You all psychopaths. You know, that live with it. But no, I was listening. We were talking about Skinwalker Ranch. I don't know why I get into these modes though, where I gotta watch something that freaks me out, like Ghost Adventures. Like I get scared from shit like this. Now, when do I watch Ghost Adventures? Literally in the middle of the fucking day. If it's not if the sun ain't up, Ghost Adventures ain't on. All right. Also, I've been, doing this whole list, watching like top 10 scary shit. I'm just like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? Maybe I'm preparing myself. Apparently, I guess when I was watching Swamp People, I was preparing myself for 300-pound gators that decide to come out of the bayou here in Texas. I didn't even know Texas had gators. Nonetheless, a 300 fucking pound one. I didn't know I was preparing myself for shit like this while watching things like that. So clearly, I'm preparing myself for scary movies. Because apparently that's what everybody likes now. Like, what? No, I'm not. No, you will not put me through this. I refuse. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch it a little bit, but like my eyes open, ears closed. I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what? I won't why put myself through a scary situation if I ain't got to. Like Get Out was a great freaky horror that I can deal with inside the theaters. Now, Candyman? No, maybe not. I don't know. You don't say the man's name 5 fucking times in the mirror. 5 times? You would think, why would you need to say a person's name 5 times in a mirror? Why? And then he hooks you in the face. Like, I don't want that. Why would you want that? You know, I don't know what the fuck. How did I get on this rant? Why did I start talking about this? Oh, Skinwalker Ranch. That's why. Okay, yeah, man. I've been listening to this conspiracy theory podcast. Fuck, man, that shit fucks you up when you start thinking about things another way. It fucks you up. You be like, now you're starting to think everything's a conspiracy. Looking around like, what the fuck? That's somebody else that did that shit. Yeah, yeah. Maybe they still alive. I don't know. Tupac still alive? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know, how do we know? How do we know Tupac's not alive? He got cremated. Anybody can tell me anything? No? Okay, cool. But yeah, man, it's just fucking weird. You know, I'm going through a weird phase in my life, I think. And this is the phase I'm going through that I choose to go through in life. But yeah, I was not expecting to go on that rant during Mother's Day. That's weird. You know, oh, one more thing, man. My mom is so cool, right? I know a lot of mothers do this with like small children, but my mom was so cool that she went to one, two, three, maybe two. No, it should have been two. She's been to two Commapaloozas, like in heavy into Commapalooza. You know, wearing her Trekkie shirt one of the years. It, if you don't know Star Trek lore, you're not supposed to wear red. That means that you're one of the security officers, and also you're going to be killed off of the show. Like you're really destined to be killed off on the show if you're wearing red. That's a big Trek information that you might guys want to know. But no, she actually trekked a whole entire Palooza with me and also my sister, also my stepdad. We all went we all went one day and it was pretty cool, man. It was a great experience. You know, got to see this was the year actually when one of the years is when Data was LeVar Burton there. I'm talking about Brent Spiner. Brent Spiner. I'll get corrected later. But Data, he played Data. Jody, I want to say Jody was there. LeVar Burton, he might have not been. I forgot. I know it was a bunch of Next Generation cast that was there because this was the year that Enterprise was supposed to come out, and also not Enterprise, Discovery. Discovery was supposed to come out that year, and I think Picard was coming out the next year. And you know, Patrick Stewart doesn't, he don't do stuff like that. You know, you leave that to the underlings. You know, Data was a pretty huge character though. He was there. You know, it was a pretty cool year to go to Palooza. You know, that was a huge event for us. And you know, seeing Brett Spiner, seeing him there, and all that, it was amazing experience. I think Tom Holland came that year. I might be wrong. There's a lot of fucking people there. I'm not gonna lie. Like Palooza is actually pretty sweet. Like I definitely want to go this year. I don't know who's supposed to be coming. There was no confirmation about who's supposed to be there, but I'm definitely gonna get some type of autograph, and I'm gonna mess around and just interview people all around the con. I don't know yet. We might do that. That's the thought process that we're going through. But yeah, man, that's pretty sweet though. You know, I'm not a little kid, but you know, but she decided she wanted to go. I was gonna go by myself. And then she was like, "No, I'm going too." I was like, "All right, cool. You know, more the merrier." You know, you got pictures with a lightsaber. Feel like she betrayed the Trekkies, but I'm not going to say anything. That's between her and the rest of the Trekkies. Now, you know, I accept the Star Wars fandom. You know, I accept them for who they are. Now, have they made inferior fucking product? Yes, of course they have. Duh. You know, except for Mandalorian, which is a great show, but other than that, you know, they got nice little lightsabers, you know, with samurais in space. That's what we had. You know, but nah, it was a good time, man. It was a great time, and it definitely one of the, you know, the highlight, man. It's one of those highlights. You know, we went to Disney World, we've been to California, we've been to all these other places. You know, never thought I would go to California when I was a kid, you know, and went to California great time. Um, yeah, great time in Cali, man. But I want to say, happy Mother's Day to every mother out there, including my aunt, including my grandmother, including all really most of the women in my family. Happy Mother's Day, my cousins, cousins, yeah, bunch of cousins. Um, happy Mother's Day to y'all. Um, yeah, I hope you guys had a fantastic day. Hopefully I didn't mess you guys up with the rants, but this is a podcast about mama. So I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Tomorrow we'll have a show, probably talking the rest about Jupiter's legacy because there's a lot to unravel with that dumbass show. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Don't do anything. Where you can find the Cruiser Podcast is on Spotify, also on Apple Podcasts, also on YouTube. And I tried to do it on Twitch, but we're going to try it again. I don't know why it kicked me off of Twitch, but it's what it is. I want to say thank you. That's where you can find the Cruiser Podcast, and anywhere you find your podcast needs is where you can find the Cruiser Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the Cruiser Podcast is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. With that, I want to say thank you guys so much for listening. Please, please, please leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. That really help the podcast. That will really help the show get out there to other people to see. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do it. Check it out. It will help out a lot. Also, there's a support button on the Anchor where you can donate some dollars towards the podcast if you would like. That's up to you. That's your life. But where I really need y'all to do is really please review and rate and review. That really helps. And also subscribe on YouTube and stuff like that. Do the thumbs up thing. Because it has to be a thumbs up. It's great. That's how greatness starts. No, but I want to say thank you guys once again for the support, man. If you guys want to purchase a t-shirt, that's $15 at DM me on Instagram or on or Twitter or Facebook if you know my Facebook. I don't really want to put my Facebook out there yet. But I want to say thank you guys so much. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Deuces.